Hello dear students, today we are going to discuss part B unit 1 Introduction to IT and IT Industries. This is a chapter where we are going to discuss the uses of IT, the applications of IT in the growing period of this era. Like many industries are using IT as a main component of their industry. So we are going to discuss all about that. As you all know that IT has become a very important part of our life. So no industry nowadays is being aloof with this concept. Many industries are working on IT, so they are known as IT based industries. IT is working as a main component for their company because they are providing their services with the help of IT itself. As you all can see that IT is used in almost every sector like school, offices, hospitals, news, televisions, communication and many more. So IT has become a very important part of our life, our daily life as well as our industries. Everything is based on IT nowadays. So to understand its concept, first of all we need to understand the term IT in a varied form. IT, the technology, IT stands for information technology. So the technology which is used to carry information from one place to another, which deals with information, which is used to store and process the information, is known as information technology. So it's all about written here. To transfer, create and store data, we need many technologies such as computer software and hardware. As we are in the growing period of IT industries or information technology time, so everything which is around us works on the digital format. So digital format needs some hardware, software and several other technologies. So overall the combination of all these things are known as information technology. So information technology means to create, manage, store and exchange of data via various methods. Now the term comes ITES, Information Technology Enabled Services. As you can see by the words, the services which are delivered, which are created, which are processed using information technologies can be seen as information technology enabled services. Students, there are many industries, many companies which are working on information technology, or you can say which are delivering their services using IT. So all these industries which works using IT is known as ITES industries. You can see that many offices or many companies are there which are working online nowadays. Due to this pandemic, everything has become online. All the people are working from home. So this is the best example of ITES, how IT has helped all those services. No one needs to go to the office physically, and all things are done by their home only. But that is done only because of the involvement of IT, because every information, every work is done using IT as a base component of their company. So some industries also use web enabled services or remote services to improve the efficiency of their work. Now web enabled services means the services which are handled using web or website, or you can say internet, and some services are delivered using remote services. Remote services means to log in to the other computer or to handle the system or the computer which is far away from the origin, or you can say if you want to check some other system by sitting at your home, so that is known as remote services. You can log into the system which is kept in your office and you are logging that system from your home, so that is a kind of remote service. So all these things are done because of the involvement of IT in our day to day life. Now there are many things, there are many types of services which are done using IT as the base component. So first of all is the BPO service. BPO means business process outsourcing. This is the main concept and one of those main concepts which has been evolved as a best and most job providing opportunities in India. BPO sector is one of those sectors which is generating so many jobs nowadays. The basic concept behind this service is, suppose there is a company which is having several types of work, like they are producing some kind of product, and they are now there is a need of marketing of that product, and then to deliver that product to the person, and then to handle the queries of customers. So many departments are there. Uh, if a company don't want to handle all the things, or it is not able to handle all the departments, then that base company will hire some other company to handle a particular department. Like, if I have a company and I am producing some product, and I'll hire some other system, some other company to handle my marketing work. So that company which is handling my marketing work is known as BPO. As you can say, you may have seen that if you have purchased any mobile, or you purchase any gadget or something, then you are having some query about that, the product is not working properly, or you are having some issues with that, then you just call on a toll free number or their care number, and they assist you. You don't know where the company is, you don't know where the person is sitting who is handling your query, whether he is in the same office or not, but he used to handle your query. So it is the example of BPO service. Maybe you have purchased a laptop of Dell, then there is a issue in that particular laptop, then you have a toll free number and you call on that toll free number. A particular person picks up the call and handle all your queries. So you don't know from where the person is handling your query, whether he is in actually in Dell office or not, but he is handling all the issues related to Dell laptops. So what is the basic idea behind that is, Dell is the base company which has hired some other company to handle all the customers query. So that particular company is known as BPO of Dell. That particular company where you are calling, the person who is handling your queries may be sitting in your city, may be sitting outside your city, may be sitting some other country, in some other country. So that doesn't matter from where he is calling, whether he is working with Dell directly or not. He is working for Dell, that is the main thing. But this is not important that he should be sitting in the Dell office only. He can be sitting anywhere, he can be in any part of the world, and can be handling the works of Dell, because he is working for a company who is again working for Dell. So that base so in this concept, the base company is Dell, who has hired some other company to handle its marketing, or to handle its queries or customer queries. So that is the example of BPO. You can say, as it is written over here, this process outsourcing services means those business operations which are performed by an outsider service provider. In other words, you can say that some industries take help from other services providers to facilitate their work. They hire some outsourcing companies for that work, and those outsourcing companies is called BPO. So I think my point is clear right now. Some of the BPO services are as follows. These are the examples of BPO services, means the companies who can acquire BPO services, like financial and accounting services, taxation, e-publishing, legal services, multimedia and design services, document management services, software testing services, healthcare services. Suppose I have a company which is used to develop softwares, but I don't have people who can test those software, so I'll hire some other company, some other persons from other company to test my software. So that company will be working as a BPO for me. So these are the examples of BPO services. Now here comes the next type of ITES based industry services, like BPM industry. BPM is, you can say, another form of BPO only. BPM is business process management. If you are managing some others work, some companies other work of other company on a large scale, that it will come under the business process management category. It is having a several kinds of job, or you can say several kinds of industry in itself. The first one is multinational companies, MNCs you can say. Second one is Indian service provider, and third one is global in-house centers. Now what is the difference between them, we will discuss here. Multinational companies means the base company, the origin company will be a company which is outside India. Multinational means which is working from which is different from our nation, so, or which is working in different nations, so that is known as multinational company. Those companies whose headquarters is in outside India but are operating their work in many locations worldwide, the company which is working in many nations is known as multinational company. For example, you may have seen Amazon. The base company of Amazon is in US, but the offices, the headquarters are in India also, like in Noida, it is in Hyderabad also. So those offices which are in Noida and Hyderabad, they are working as a BPM for the US base office, but it is a part of a company which is having the headquarters outside India, so that is an MNC, that is an example of MNC. The next one is Indian service provider. The companies which are having its base office in India in only, that is known as Indian service provider. ISPs are those providers whose operations are in India. Most of these organizations have their headquarters in India only. If the headquarter of a company is in India, then it will be known as Indian service providers. If the headquarter is in outside India, then it will be known as multinational companies. Now the third one is global in-house centers. Global in-house centers is uh, like if a company is only working for its parent company and there is no other company for which it is working, that is it's known as global in-house center. Like if there is a parent company and it will hire another child company which is only working for that particular company A, so company B will be known as global in-house centers for that company, GIC for that company. Now the last topic is IT application. IT application is as simple as that. You can just take a look around yourself and you can see how many uses are there around you or in your day-to-day life only. Like we are using it in home computing, we are using it in everyday life, like in entertainment, for messaging, from communication, for everything we are using computer nowadays. Even if you want to calculate some numbers, then you are using your computer or your mobile. If you want to call someone, then you are using, if you want to capture your video or audio, then you are using your mobiles or digital devices. So it is a very important tool of your everyday life. IT in library, all the records of library, all the stock management of library is done using IT or softwares nowadays. Next is IT in education. Uh, this is one of the trending topic nowadays, that every point of education or every type of education has become online, so it is all done because of IT. IT in communication, you must be known about that. IT in banking, all the banking services are done with the help of IT, like internet or hardwares and softwares only. IT in healthcare. Healthcare is the department where IT is emerging as a boon nowadays. You are having several devices, you are having several machines or several kind of tests which is done with the help of IT, like you are having MRI machine, you are having CT scans. So these are the examples of IT industry. So this IT application. So these are the concepts, or these are the topics where we use IT in our day to day life. So I hope this topic is clear to you all. In this chapter we have discussed about IT, what IT is, and ITES also, information technology enabled services, their uses, their types of business like BPO, BPM, GIC and all. So I hope this topic is clear to you all. Do watch this video as many times as you can and clear your concepts. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.